Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers to July 2024 General Monthly Reading for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel to circulate to more and more individuals who are in need of this information just like you. And Lon, you were right. I was supposed to do Gemini first last month in June. So I apologize. And I apologize to all the Geminis who were waiting for that last month. I don't know what I was thinking. So anyway, you had to be last 2 months in a row. So that won't happen again. Okay. So let me quickly, as quick as I can, go through the transits this month. So Gemini, today I'm taping on July 4th, and so we're definitely, absolutely in the energy of the new moon, which is Cancer, and it is technically tomorrow on the 5th. But it's Cancer 14 degrees, 23 minutes. And it is conjunct to Venus in Cancer right now. And Venus will stay in Cancer through the 11th of this month. We also still have transiting Chiron in Aries, and it's 23 degrees all month long. Also, North Node, transiting North Node, is still in Aries, and it's retrograde, and it will be beginning of the month 11 degrees, and then by the end of the month 8 degrees. We also still have Saturn in Pisces. It is also retrograde, and it will be so all month long. It begins the month at 19 degrees, by the end of the month 18 degrees. We also have Neptune in Pisces, 29 degrees all month long. And last but not least for the retrogrades is Pluto in Aquarius, and it begins the month at 1 degree, by the end of the month 0 degrees. Okay, Gemini. So, well, the second part of the month I have something, because you're going to have a conjunction of Mars and Jupiter. But first, let's talk about Mars is currently in Taurus, and it will remain in Taurus through the 20th. And it is in a fairly close conjunction to transiting Uranus, which is also in Taurus. And so that's a pretty big deal. So Taurus has everything to do with our value systems, what we value, how we value, who we value, and so what we see as important and valuable for us, and as a collective as well. And so that being in Mars is an action planet, so it's all about taking action and being passionate about what we value. And so we could see a lot of unexpected, surprising, quick changes, Uranus, in that area. So again, in the collective, in general, and or individually in our environment, depending on what our individual natal wheels, or your individual natal wheel, how that's set up. Okay, second part of the month. So on the 21st, Mars transitions into Gemini, your sign. And right now, we also have Jupiter in Gemini. So there's a conjunction there. Now it's not close conjunction, but it is a conjunction. And so for one, whatever you have in Gemini, whatever planet you have in Gemini, or planets you have in Gemini, Jupiter is going to expand those characteristics. Transiting Jupiter is now, and it has been, because it transitioned, I believe it was last month, into Gemini. Jupiter did. So this month now with Mars, so we know the characteristics of Mars. Now it's going to have a little bit different from Taurus into Gemini. Gemini has to do with communication, has to do with receiving and giving messages coming in and out. And again, all types of communication. And also, the third house has to do with, which is the natural house of Gemini, has to do with brothers and sisters. So that could also, your brothers and or sisters, or one of them could be playing a role with you, having to do with communication, having to do with that passionate communication, whether you are doing that or they are doing that. Again, that depends upon your particular natal wheel and what you have in Gemini, and how close, how sensitive you are also determines how you will feel those energies or notice those energies in your environment, and again out in the world too. So we can expect the second half of the month to have, for the Mars communication, that expressive, passionate communication, to be over the top expressive. So more so than it would be without Jupiter being there. So it's going to increase exponentially that Mars, Gemini Mars energy in the communication field in general and out in the world. Okay, so now that is, we've completed that, Gemini, let's get to your monthly reading and let's see what energy or energies are assisting you with this month and what you're going to be going through or experiencing. And this is for, again, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon for Gemini. What else? Was there anything else for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Got a lot for Gemini as well. All right. Let's just see here. Okay, let's get this first one. Transparency. Okay. So there have been 2 other signs that I know have also received this transparency card. So if you watch more than one reading and you get this transparency card, then you know that absolutely that is absolutely imperative for you. Transparency in your life this month. I just got, with all endeavors, with all communications, Gemini, you are to be transparent. You are to be open and truthful 100%, especially this month. This is number 43 that breaks down into a 7. And 7, I'm being called to say, is a spiritual number. So spiritual has something to do, the unseen realm and transparency have something to do with you, Gemini, this month. I'm not sure yet what that means, but I'm just letting you know because you might know what that means. The energy of transparency supports our expansion toward a higher vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. Okay, so with that, I just said the unseen realm, right? So you could be receiving messages, honest or clarifying messages from the unseen realm, through your intuition, which gives you a more expanded view of whatever. Maybe you've been asking a question, maybe you haven't been able to understand something. Well, you could possibly be gaining clarity this month, and it's coming from your higher self, the universe, passed over loved ones. Anyway, okay. Make sure you can see that. All right. Joy. Wow. Okay, so you could possibly have Taurus in your chart. Taurus got this. I just did Taurus, and so they got joy, and also Aries. So all 3, you, Taurus, and Aries, received this card. So you could have Aries, you could have Taurus. You don't have to, but they both, all three of you, received this joy card. That's beautiful. And I'm also just getting that some of you, you're just going to be openly joyful. Transparency. You're just going to be openly joyful out in the world because you're just having a great month. And so people are just going to be happy to see you happy, and happy to be able to experience your energy of joy. The energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in our being. So you have two cards that are talking about high vibrational energy, higher vibrational energy, so than you have experienced in the past. So you could absolutely, you are increasing your vibration this month. Forgiveness is number 20. Did I say joy is number 28? That breaks down into a 10. So forgiveness, the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. And that's exactly what I just got, is you have been working through an emotion or some type of debilitating feeling that has been keeping you held down, and you've overcome that, or you're overcoming that this month. And so therefore the joy is replacing that. I just got that hidden emotion. So hidden emotion, unexpected emotion. I'm also getting that some of you are just in that energy of not blaming. You're not blaming. There's no blame in your energy field. You have dealt with that, or you're ending that blaming energy, that angry, blaming, hurtful energy. Whether it's yourself you've been blaming, or you've been outwardly or inwardly blaming someone else. But again, you've been working through that, is what I'm getting, Gemini. And either you've already just recently worked through that and you're now in that joyful state. And or you will be completing that and in that state and letting go of those toxic energies for you. And again, that will be replaced with joy if it hasn't already. Yeah, I'm just getting with this white, just maybe some of you have been doing cleansing, emotional cleansing, physical cleansing, just clearing out toxins of all kinds, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And so you're just in general healthier. And so that's joyful. That's bringing back your joy. You're able to be joyful now. Reflection. Okay, this is the last card. It's number 33. That could definitely be a sign or synchronicity. You also could be seeing 1010. I'm getting two, for those of you that pay attention to signs or synchronicities. So reflection says the energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. Yes, this is exactly what I've been feeling. I've just felt with this forgiveness that you have been in, or you are still in. So again, this is a general reading, so you put it in your situation. But yeah, that you have been really growing through the insights that you have been getting and from yourself, self-contemplation, self-analysis, and going in to your inner workings of you and also through others. So you've been definitely in that phase. And what I'm seeing is, at least in one aspect of your life, or in one specific area or situation, you are ending that, or you have just recently ended. You've worked through that, and therefore, again, joy is coming in. End of that cycle, the end of that situation, the end of that feeling or belief within yourself, or feeling that you've been holding within yourself. Blaming feeling is what I'm getting. Okay. Whether it's from holding it about another or yourself. Either way. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Gemini. Okay, well, I'm being called to use the astrology deck and see, because this could definitely have to be with a transit that's been going on and how it's been affecting you personally with other planets or another planet. And it could be your moon, because moon has to do with feelings and emotions and being able to deal with certain feelings and emotions that have been triggering you, have been coming up. Maybe I'm getting, because didn't I say, yeah, I talked about brothers and sisters. And I'm also getting mother as moon. So it could be mother, it could be brothers or sisters have been triggering you, which when any of us ever get triggered because of transiting planets and how they're hitting our natal planet or planets, it's all to help us, to bring to the surface those emotions that have been stuck inside that we weren't able to take care of when it actually happened. So they're coming up again so that you have the chance to actually consciously deal with that properly, so you don't have that stuck feeling in there blocking you anymore. And that's what I see that you have been working on and reflecting upon. Okay. So what does Gemini, what do they need to know from this deck? Whoa, what type of, let's get the second house. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and the 11th house. Okay. Okay, so where I am seeing the area for those of you that this pertains to, of the transit hitting, the second house has to do with your resources. It also has to do with your value systems. So your own value, how you value yourself, your self-worth, and again, that does how worthy we are or we feel, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. It's going to show in our finances. It's going to show in the outer world, in our physical world, which is finances, our money, our possessions. And that's the second house, has to do with money, possessions, and our own self-worth. And so that's what you've been dealing with. Your Chiron could be in the self-worth house. It could be in Taurus, because that's the natural second house of the second house. So, right. Also, your moon could be in the second house or Taurus for some of you. This is number 40. Okay, and then we also have the 11th house. So the second house and the 11th house. The 11th house has to do with community. It has to do with your social circles or your social groups that you're in, gatherings. This is number 49. So that's where some of you could be seeing or being triggered from others. Maybe it's on social media. Some of you have gotten triggered on social media. But again, that's they are players in your play. So whatever emotion or what came up from that trigger, it definitely has to do with the past. It goes back to a past experience, if you don't already know that. It could be a new trigger, but it's going to bring up that same emotional feeling that you had when it first occurred. Again, that's something that's stuck inside you. That's an emotion that you haven't been able to deal with until it finally came up, because something's transiting. Maybe something's in your 11th house or in Aquarius. Maybe your nodes are in Aquarius. But again, and you want to look at whatever transiting planets are aspecting your 11th house, or your if it's your nodes in Aquarius, or so that would be Pluto. I do know, because we know Pluto's in Aquarius. And so if you have a south node, north node in Aquarius, check that. Also, check your Chiron, check the second house, check your moon, and see what planets or transiting planet could be in hard aspect. Okay, anyway, we'll leave that. Let's see what else for Gemini. Okay, let's see what else comes up for Gemini. But this is stuff you've been dealing with, I'm seeing, and some of you have been dealing with it for quite a while, for many, many months. But something has ended or ending this month for you, so that you can finally be joyful. And maybe your finances will turn around too, as I just got to. Or your social circles, you're desiring. Maybe some of you haven't been wanting to, you've been more of a hermit and staying away from people, or your normal group that you would hang out with. And now maybe once this joy comes back, you're going to start participating in that group again. And that's for some of you. It's not necessarily all of you. Okay, this is number 24. Okay, that breaks down into a 6. Again, I'm seeing a lot of green, healing energy, heart expansion energy, loving energy, opening that, because joy would open up your heart, joyful, loving, all of that. So that's heart expanding energy and healing too. The tree of wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Gemini, that's cool. Wow, I'm excited for you. That's beautiful. Now I'm putting it right under the joy. And again, it's because you've completed something that you've been reflecting upon within yourself. Okay, number 8, live in this world as a dreamer. Live in this world as a dreamer. Create a future paradise. That is beautiful with the dream. There's a dream, and a forgotten dream that is coming true, a wish. A forgotten wish will now come true. So you could have been dreaming about something and it didn't come true. And so now that wish, that dream is coming true. Because you had to work through something first. You were blocked in some way. And so you weren't able to use the power, your personal power, to actually make something come true, because you had to first unblock yourself so that you could have full access to your power, so that you could then put that your energy into that wish, into that desire. And again, you didn't know. That's why it didn't come true. It was almost forgotten, this one. It was almost forgotten. You didn't realize, even if you were dreaming about it, you were doing affirmations, whatever you were doing, but it wasn't working, it's because you weren't able to use all of your energy and you didn't know it because it was stopped up, it was blocked. It was just like I'm seeing like a canal of water, and then there's a big rock right there. And so only a little bit of water from each side can come through, and that's energy, your energy, only a little bit. And you thought you were using all of your energy. You weren't. You weren't. But now you are, or you will be. That's beautiful. Okay. Well, that's tremendous. Gemini, I'm excited for you. Well, that's all I have for you this time. And I hope this was helpful. And I want to thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you, Gemini. And until next time, you have a super month. And I am excited to hear if you would like to share, any of you, what this wish is that's coming true, or has just come true for you, or will be coming true. Okay, until next time. Bye.